Carol J. Adams, The Poetics of Christian Engagement, Living Compassionately in a Sexual Politics of Meat World, in Studies in Christian Ethics, Volume 30, Issue 1, 2016. A brief biography for the author, and a link to the full text of the paper is provided in the description below. The sexual politics of meat is the idea that the oppression of women is tied to the oppression of other animals, with women being visually consumed, animals being literally consumed, and meat eating being tied to masculinity. Carol J. Adams, an independent scholar, proposed this idea in her influential 1990 publication, The Sexual Politics of Meat, a feminist vegetarian critical theory. Most of the article is focused on outlining the pedagogy of the oppressor, which she describes as argumentative, defensive, and accusatory. Adams discusses 7 aspects of this pedagogy. The first aspect is the God trick. The God trick is the illusion of objectivity in science and philosophy. It removes the subjects, making them unlocatable. In the case of meat eating, the God trick removes the situated knowledge of the human being from the equation. The second aspect is the equation of the Imago Dei to power and hegemony. This is in contrast to a conception of Imago Dei that is based on compassion, mercy, and unconditional love. The third aspect is the argument that animals would not exist if humans did not eat them. This supposes that existence is more important than compassion, and that not being born is a greater tragedy than suffering. The fourth aspect is human exceptionalism. Human exceptionalism makes humans the present referent when animals are the absent referent. Absent referent is Adams' theory that meat eating is facilitated by separating meat from the reality that it was once part of a living being. As present referent, humans exist as their own knowledge bases. Animals are important insofar as they help define humanness. Other subjects become objects to affirm humans as subjects. The fifth aspect is retrograde humanism. Here, non-vegans accuse vegans of doing less or of caring more about animals than about humans. Adams sees this as a human-centered critique of a theory or practice that decenters humans. The sixth aspect is epistemology of ignorance. Humans distance themselves from knowledge about the relationships in which we cause suffering. The seventh and last aspect is the sweet Jesus problem. This Jesus lets people off the hook, confirms people's biases, and assures people that they don't have to know and they don't have to change. Adams believes that poetics, the theory of poetry, has the power to destabilize and dismantle this 7-point pedagogy of the oppressor. Poetry, according to Adams' understanding, invites the reader into the process of creation, locates and names the reader, and teaches attention instead of objectification. Quote, "Attention to suffering makes us ethically responsible," Adam writes. "Only those who are above can deny the ethical implications of suffering for those who are down. To be able to ask of non-humans, 'What are you going through?' requires a sense of the self that is related and interdependent, involved with others, and willing to hear the answer." End quote.